Salutations, everyone. My name is Razor, and today is another movie review today where I'm going to be going over Star Trek Into Darkness. A couple of things about this video. As always, no spoilers, so don't have to worry about that. And there's only one thing that you need to know. Should I see this movie? Yes, you should. If that's all you need to know, you can go ahead and click off. If you want to listen to the rest, that's perfectly fine. Also, you can realize that I am not showing gameplay for this time. I'm just showing stills that don't give away any spoilers. Also. But per suggestion from one of you guys, you don't want me to put up gameplay, so I decided to go with some pictures. Maybe the trailer would be a good idea, but I don't know about copyright issues. And also, don't watch the trailers because there are spoilers in the trailers if you haven't seen them already. But this is really, it's kind of hard for people to spoil this movie because it's not going to really catch you by surprise. There's a lot of things. Okay, you know this and this is going to happen, but that doesn't matter. I don't care. This movie was awesome. It was, as you guys know, my most anticipated film of the year. I was looking more forward to this movie than anything else because of how much I loved J.J. Abrams' first Star Trek movie, and this one is just as good, if not better, in many people's eyes. If you did enjoy the first movie, you are going to really enjoy this one. If you didn't like the first one that J.J. Abrams did, then I can't vouch for how you'll enjoy the second one. A lot of people are going to say it's better. Some people are going to say like, well, the magic is always in the first movie because that's where the story starts, and I understand that. There have been a lot of great reviews for this movie, and obviously why. Not disappointed, so you don't need to worry about that. There also have been some mixed reviews from some people saying that this is kind of like a fan fiction with like a $200 million budget, and I understand where they're coming from that, but screw off. This is not about you and your Star Trek ideals. The first movie made perfect sense within the Star Trek universe. They did something different, an alternate timeline and stuff like that with time travel and all that stuff. So this is a different Star Trek universe than the original with Nimoy and Shatner and Takai and all those people. So obviously this is going to be different, but somewhat similar. It's still in the Star Trek universe, but it makes perfect sense. Just like the first one made perfect sense, this one makes perfect sense within the fiction of Star Trek. So it works very well. Acting across the board very well. Freaking Chris Pine, Zachary Quinto, just great job. Benedict Cumberbatch as the bad guy in the film. All great jobs. Good writing and your typical J.J. Abrams awesomeness. Now, about the lens flares. This was something that gets picked on so freaking often of the original movie and other things that JJ likes to touch. I have no problem with lens flares, and if you do, what the fuck is wrong with you? First of all, I didn't even notice the lens flares in the first movie. It was just like an immersive, awesome film that was shiny and cool, and it gets a lot of hate because of how prevalent they are. I don't really understand that. There are, of course, just as much lens flares in this film as the previous one. But I don't understand the criticism of it. Playing Mass Effect 3, there was lens flares in that, and I thought that was awesome because it immerses you into the scene, into the movie, and I think it works very well. So if you're not into lens flares, if that's something you really hate, I guess you should avoid this movie. But if you're one of those people, I guess there's a lot of things you don't enjoy that you really should. So just putting that out there. Fantastic story that I don't want to spoil, but if you have some reservations about this movie, if you have really any question, are they going to do this? Are they going to show this? Are they going to talk about this? I'm guessing any question that you would have, the answer is yes. So if that's a good thing or a bad thing, take that as you will. It's a very good story. Like I said, it's not going to surprise you by any means, except for a couple of little things. But overall, it's not going to win any awards for super originality, and that's what some people are trying to harp on. Um, that are we're really into the old Star Trek films, but those are kind of people that you'll never get to please, even though all the fans loved the first Star Trek film with this cast and crew. So they're probably going to love this one as well. The majority, the people that enjoy having fun and seeing a good film with characters within a universe that they love and enjoy, they're going to enjoy this film just as much, if not more so, than the first film. So take that with as you will. Great graphics, sound, The camera direction is very good, and there's no weak spots in the acting. Some comedy thrown in there, of course. A lot of homages to Star Trek fandom, and I'm not a huge Star Trek guy by any means. I've only seen the first one, this one, and Nemesis when it came out. Obviously, that one didn't pan out too well, but I was never a big Star Trek fan. Although I do have pretty much the basic knowledge of Star Trek down, and I do. I am more of a next generation kind of a guy. Well, but that doesn't mean I'm super into Star Trek, really whatsoever. I can't say that I've sat down and watched a full episode since I was probably like 7 when my dad watched it. Um, but I think the fans will enjoy it. I know many people that enjoyed the first one that were super Star Trek fans, and they're going to enjoy this one as well as the overall general audience, which I believe I'm a part of, since I'm not really too into Star Trek. And I saw the first one and I loved it. I saw this one and I loved it as well. And it definitely is not going to really disappoint anyone on any fronts, unless you're just one of those grumpy ass people. And if you didn't like the first one, you're not going to like the second. I mean, there really isn't any other franchise that is an exception to this. So, hope you guys enjoy the movie. You should definitely go see it. It is definitely up there as one of the top films of the year. Is it better than 42? I'll know. Maybe it's definitely up there. It's in the 1-2 spot. Definitely also different types of movies, but you don't have to wait for the top 10 at the end of the year. But definitely a great movie, great follow up to the summer blockbuster lineup that we have following Iron Man 3. Definitely better than Iron Man 3, and did not disappoint as my most anticipated film of the year. So let me know what you guys thought of the movie, what you think of the whole pictures instead of gameplay, or if you want me to do something different. And I will see you guys next time.